Growing celery for the first time was something that I was so excited about. Until I messed things up, I think. Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome back to Hummingbird Hill, and actually I'm here today to talk to you about a garden fail. At least it's a garden researching fail, because last year when I was planning the garden for this summer and I was looking ahead, and it was actually August, one of the things that my mom really loves is celery, but she really likes the thin, tender stalks that aren't super bitter because it doesn't burn her mouth. And with her cancer and all of the medicine she has a lot of issues with chewing and with her teeth and with some sores. So I thought, I will grow celery, then I can pick it when it's perfect. Yes! So last August I put in 2 different kinds of celery in a bed and thought maybe that they would start growing. They didn't until around December, January, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. But the thing that I was most excited about was Chinese pink celery. So last September I ordered the seeds from Baker Creek when I ordered all my other seeds. Well, okay, it was like the 2nd or 3rd order I'd made, but still. And I thought, this sounds amazing. I want to try this out. Yes. So I started them from seed inside in, what was it, January, February, sometime, and I waited. And they were the first plants, well, okay, they were the first plants I transplanted out here. So let's take a look at them right now. Hold on, let me switch you around. So these are the first plants from my seeds that I started inside that I transplanted outside. And I put these in the last week of March, and they just took off in the hay bales. They have been growing so well, and look at how pretty they are. I mean, now they're starting to get a little bedraggled because I haven't done anything with them. And I was so excited. I was like, well, okay, now how do I figure out how to blanch them? What do I need to do? They haven't bolted when the other celery is bolted because we had those 200-degree days and then some 90-degree days. And I was so excited. But I didn't know, I've never grown celery before, right? Hold on a sec, let me flip you back around. So I've never grown celery before. And after I put those in about 3 weeks later, after all of our rains were done, I put in some more over here. So let's go look at those. So these, hold on, look at how pretty they look. Don't they look healthy and amazing? These were the second group of Chinese pink celeries that I put in, and they are looking so good in the hay bales. The hay bales love them. Well, or they love the hay bales. They're doing so well. Okay, and I thought, well, I'll succession plant because I still had 7 more starts that had grown beautifully. I mean, this Chinese pink celery is so easy to grow. Frankly, love it as far as that goes. But I didn't know, am I supposed to blanch it? How do I need to do this? What am I supposed to do? So finally I had the bright idea, because there's no information on the packets of the seed packets because they're fairly new seed, and there were no growing guides. So finally I had the bright idea of Instagramming Baker Creek because, they're the people I bought them from and they know everything and they're super helpful. So a few weeks ago, I Instagrammed the folks at Baker Creek and asked them about the Chinese pink celery. And I said, it's about 1.5 feet tall. What do I need to do? How do I blanch it? And they're like, oh, well, it's really something you kind of pick 1 stalk at a time at and use it more for flavoring because it gets a very strong celery flavor. And I'm trying to grow the mild, pretty celery that I can pick and put peanut butter on for Mama that doesn't get the strings stuck in her teeth and make the bitter in the burn of her mouth. So I was like, no, I can't. It's so beautiful. I've got to go. So I picked 3 different stalks and I tasted them. And it was literally the most celery sort of taste that I've ever had, except when I had jaw surgery when I was 16 and the nurse said I had to eat or I wasn't going to be able to go home, and the first thing that I had earlier that day was chicken broth, so I downed it and it didn't make me sick. So she brought me some more broth and I tried to drink it, and it was celery broth, straight celery broth for someone who had just had a major surgery. Yeah, at that point my dad just dumped it down the sink and said, yes, she's had it. So anyway, it reminded me of that flavor. So I'm not a huge celery fan. I love it for flavoring. I do love peanut butter and celery because really it's delicious. But yeah, not so much the celery. And I have some really beautiful Chinese pink celery that I've just let grow for the last 3 weeks because I don't really know what to do with it. I don't want celery broth. I really don't. None of the rest of my vegetables are ready to make like a mirepoix and freeze that so I can use that to flavor soups later. Yeah, so what would you do with some super, super strong celery flavor? Now, the interesting thing is that the Chinese pink celery down in the hay bales is growing beautifully. Like, despite all the other problems that the bales have been having as far as the rains and the nutrients, and the Chinese pink celery has had no problems. Even the bugs, well, the stuff that I first put in, it's ready to have something done with it, be done with it. So it's getting a little buggy, but no bugs, no discoloration, nothing. Hold on, I'm trying to walk here and talk at the same time. But I did pop one of the Chinese pink celeries in one of my regular beds. Let me show you what that looks like. And I popped this in the same time as I did that celery over there. Hold on, let me flip you around so I can make sure I know what you're seeing. So that pink celery over there, it's about a foot and a few inches tall, especially the one on the end. I put that in the exact same time as I put this Chinese pink celery in this bed. Now, I actually haven't tasted this one, so let me try this because we'll see. So basically what Baker Creek said, it's kind of like a cut and come again celery, is you pick the outside stalks and you use them and then more grows. Now the sad thing is the celery that I was growing here, this went to seed in those 90-degree days. So all the celery that was just coming up, and actually I was so proud about it and it was growing beautifully, it went to seed. Now this I think is celery. I have no idea. It tastes kind of celery. And I did plant 2 different kinds of celery last August. It's doing fine. It looks great. I'm just gonna let it do what it does. So yeah. Oh, and you can see, look, I harvested garlic, but you've already seen that video if you're watching this one because I'm putting this one up after that one. Here's a dilemma. I have 3 more pots of Chinese pink celery. And they have been sitting out, growing sideways. This one was all tipped, poor thing. And I've just neglected them. Look at how, I mean, look, it looks beautiful. It, like, this plant is ready to go. So do I pot it and then just pick off celery when I need it? Keep it small so it doesn't get so bitter? I don't know what to do. And I'm so distressed because it's really a beautiful plant, but it's not the celery I was looking for. Hold on a second. So that's my Chinese pink celery dilemma. Now, if you're growing Chinese pink celery for the first time, hopefully you will learn from my mistakes, or you were smart enough to ask Baker Creek earlier. Apparently there is a video over on YouTube from Baker Creek that's about the Chinese pink celery. Of course, I should have looked for that sooner, but I was just so excited because it was growing beautifully. Anyway, let me try this. Oh yeah, that's celery, all right. Yeah, that's very celery. This would be great for seasoning. Not so great for just snacking on. Oh well, I thought I should let you know one of my most recent garden fails. I guess it's not really a fail because it's growing beautifully. It's not its fault that I'm the one who messed up or didn't do my research sooner. In any case, thank you so much for joining me here, and I hope that everything in your garden is growing just the way you want it and is tasting beautifully, and I hope that you'll come back so we can do some more growing and tasting, which is coming up because this garden is starting to grow together. I'll see you on Monday. Bye!